Hey, what's up there, Tor 904? Welcome to part 2 of the bathroom shower install. If you watched part 1, you know I talked about the floor drain. I got the new drain in that I talked about that had the washer on the other side, and went ahead and installed that in the the shower pan, put it back down. I've got these two walls. They're not completely installed. They're basically just, they wedge in here. And then this back wall I've got in here that I'm getting ready to screw down. If you didn't watch, I've got a video in between part 1 and part 2, which is basically just a little bit of a warning if I was planning on using Flex Seal on these walls and I ran into a problem. So if you want to watch that, make sure you click on the video about the problems I ran into with Flex Seal, and personally I don't recommend it, but it might have been something that I did wrong. So I don't want to talk ill about the product or anybody else that's using it, because other people have had success with it. I was just concerned about some of the things that I ran into. So we're using FRP. I've actually got FRP already applied to these two walls. I'm getting ready to screw this one down, and then I'm going to put an adhesive that you use with the FRP. It comes in a container, and you basically use a trowel like you would tile and spread it on there just like you would with tile, and then you press it up against there. So I'm actually going to screw this board in. We're going to put adhesive on it. I'm going to put the FRP on there. I'm going to pull these two off so I can clamp that FRP to the board so it will be able to seal properly. Then I've got another small board that's coming in here, and then we're actually going to use the FRP. We're actually going to start it from back here, and then because of this, it's got enough flex, it'll be able to flex, make this curve, so it'll be applied here and back here, and then in this little curve it won't be applied, but it'll have the flex to make that curve there, and I think it'll look real nice. And then we'll come back with some silicone and fill in all the seams and stuff. So we'll put this on a little time lapse and get started. Once we get the FRP put in and these walls secure, then I'll need to come back and drill the holes and mount the oh, there you go, my lovely assistant today. We'll be putting this shower faucet in, but we'll get to that later. But we'll put this on time lapse and you can watch us getting this FRP board up. Thanks. Okay guys, back to the bathroom install. We let this back panel, after we put the adhesive on it and clamped it all down, have time to set. We have now brought the walls back in. They're just temporarily up there, so we've got, some border. We're going to take them down here in a second. I mounted this other board. We talked about it earlier about how this, the van's not square, so it kind of jumps out a little bit. So I mounted this wood here, and we're going to take FRP, and I've mounted just a temporary board up here because the FRP is going to basically sit up against this. We're going to have adhesive on here. I drilled out a hole for our bathroom light, and then because that thing has some flex, it'll actually curve, and then we're going to put adhesive here, and then I'm going to do a temporary little ledge down here so it has something to hit on, so it doesn't, with that glue, it doesn't want to slide off. So it'll actually be kind of wedged between here and here. We'll remove these two side panels and clamp it a little bit on the side, and then I've got two more of these jacks that we'll use to jack it up so the adhesive has time to seal. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and we'll get back to you. Okay guys, it's day 2 of part 2 for the shower install. We let this sit overnight. We put the FRP board up here and we actually came up with a really good idea when we switched over to the FRP. Was because it's nice and flexible, we're able to actually glue it to the roof and glue it to the wall and leave this nice little curve here as a good transition, and I think it's going to turn out real well. We put this board up at the bottom so it wouldn't slide with the glue, and then we put this board up here. We just wedged it up here so it wouldn't slide this way, so it'd keep that nice curve there, and we left it overnight so the glue could set. So you can take this stuff off and hopefully everything looks like everything's setting really well. Guys, so everything looks like it's set really nicely. It's ready to bring the walls in, put the light up here, and we'll probably have to go back and repaint this roof because we scratched it up a little bit, bringing the walls in and out, so we'll do that at the end. Pull the walls in and we'll start finishing this thing up. Okay guys, I got the walls in. Gracie went to Home Depot or Lowe's to get us a 1x2 that'll go here. That'll suck these walls, this front side, in just a little bit just to square them up. But as you can see looking in, it's got a nice little transitional slope there for the ceiling, and we're going to put a little piece of quarter round in there, and we'll seal up all the seams. I'm getting ready to put this light in right now, bathroom light, and then the only thing left to do is to install the faucet and hose handle holder. So we'll do that now.
Tour 904, we have just completed the majority of the shower. We have put in the FRP for our ceiling and brought down our wall. We have to do some caulking just to clean everything up, but we added our faucet and we added some trim to the outside, and we're getting ready to do our door. Now we have to make sure, because we're in a van and we're not necessarily level because we're on ground that's not level. Yep. We have to make sure that our door will completely open. So we kind of were messing around with it before, so we know we have to lift it up just a little bit so it'll slide easily all the way across to the other door. The door comes with double-sided tape. You just take it off and stick it up there. Then once we get this side up, where's the other half? Right, oh, we'll put the other half up and then get the supporting rods that go in between. We'll have to measure and cut those. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to, like the Washington spokeswoman, we're going to circle back. We're going to put this on time lapse and we'll be right back. getting the rail in. Oops, let me go grab it. So there's a groove in the back of this metal piece where the wheels go in, and then there's the little cap that Dan has in his hand. There, hold on there. Nope, stop moving. There you go. And that's going to click on to...
Sorry, let me take over here. All right, so basically this end cap goes on the end of that rod, and then this slides over. That's basically a little rivet here. And then the rod just sits from there. Oh, hold on. There's the little wheels Grace was talking about that goes inside the track, and then the rest of the thing just basically fits in this little groove here. Huh?
Do you want to talk about our little mess up?
Sure, let's talk about the mess up.
Okay.
Go for it, Grace. Because I didn't mess up.
No.
I'm just kidding.
We did both. So this stick, we had to put...
Hold on, let me zoom out. You're like way zoomed in.
Sorry. I don't know. We had to put these clamps on because the sticky stuff is really, really strong and it doesn't come off. So before you stick it up, make sure you have it in the right place.
Right.
We didn't do that. And
well, what happened was we took this off the bottom and the top, and we didn't realize that just that little bit of space is super important. Like literally the width, the thickness of this thing was allowed this bar here to sit, you know, 1/4 of an inch lower. So when I went to go to slide this on the bottom, it didn't have enough room. So we had to pull this whole thing off.
And it's like foamy tape, so we cut the foam, so
yeah,
we had to re-glue it. And I think we're going to put some stainless steel screws in here too, so
right, just to make sure.
Come off. But that's why we have these pretty clamps here.
Yep, pretty clamps.
All right, you have to cut this off?
Yeah, I'm going to cut the last piece off. Okay, guys, so we got the door installed. Looks pretty good. Gracie can figure out how to use it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It probably works better from the outside. Yeah, it's easier from the outside.
Right.
But it is installed. It came with screws, so we don't have to buy them.
Yep. That's right.
Awesome. So
Winner, winner.
We got the shower done.
I know.
We just have
So
to
other than caulking, we've got the shower done.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Cool. All right, Gracie, you got the shower done.
I know. If you like what you saw, hit the like button.
Yep.
Subscribe, and if you want notifications, hit the bell.
Ding, ding.